Alright guys, so welcome back to Gaming Today. Creative mode is updated yet again and there's a lot of big changes. One of the newest and one of the biggest changes is the shooting gallery. And I say that because this is great to show off all the weapons and actually practice your aim a bit. Obviously you can go all Wild West or you can practice with your scope. And this is also a good way to get your aim practice. You see, a lot of people have a hard time with the auto-targeting system, especially for the console players. So you guys can kind of get an idea for it and a bit of a feel for it, by, locking on at the right time and not too early, not too late. So you guys can get those shots that you don't understand how other players are getting. And that's a great way of doing it. As you can see, it's a lot of fun using this targeting system. And it works well, of course, if you have bullets. And of course, you can get your range going, and you can play like this. I think it's fun, and obviously the boom bow. Why not? It's cool. They go down, they come back up, and basically, you get your different things. You got your enemies, you've got your loot llamas, you've got your stuff from the main game. Basically, it's all basically stuff that you could see in the main game of Fortnite. But you get the creepers and the zombie thingies, all these different things here. Pretty darn cool. These are moving, and one of the cool things is if you're too lazy to actually learn how this all works, you can basically just copy this. Hang on a minute. Stay still. You can actually duplicate them and put many of them, and you can see they're all going to do the same pattern of moving. But now look, it looks like we have a dance going on. It's a party right there. Go to one of the static ones to make it easy. Go to and click customize. Choose target. You can actually choose which one you want there. So for instance, we want maybe a pumpkin head's what it was. Say we want it to be a husky. We can go accept. Now it's a husk. You guys know what this guy is. If you played the main game of Save the World, you guys understand. Anyways, go back, right? So what do we want the score value to be? Do we want it to be 5 points, 10 points, 15 points, 20 points, negative 20 points? Basically, you can make it a good guy or a bad guy to kill. So if you and your friends are playing and you're trying to get better at your aim and you're saying, hey, some of these guys are good guys, some of them are bad guys, you can actually make it deduct points or gain points depending on if it's an enemy that they're supposed to shoot or not supposed to shoot. So it can make it a lot more tricky. But we'll just say this gives us 5 points. The score bullseye multipliers, basically say if they hit the direct bullseye on this target, how much multiplier do they get? Do they get 1, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times? Basically, you can make the game any way you want with the math any way you want it to make the game's points overall much higher or lower. So pretty fun. Scores for team, you can make it for all teams, or you can make it for team 1, team 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up. You guys get the idea. Also, the health. You can make this actually withstand a lot more damage. So that's always something to know as well. So it depends on how you want this to go. If you want them to shoot at the same target multiple times or whatever it may be, you can do so as well. The reset time is 2 seconds. You can always make it reset never. You can make it reset at a certain speed. Basically if I put never reset, for instance, let's watch this here. I'll do it with the boom bow. It'll never come back up. You see, that's what never reset means. So obviously you might want to put that back on, but it depends on the kind of game you're doing. Now max pops-ups in this case is infinite or never. And what we could do is we could say 1 pop-up. So which would mean in this case if I shoot this, it'll pop up 1 time before hiding. This one can be kind of confusing. So basically this is like if you want it to be able to be shot at, but if they don't shoot in a certain amount of time, it goes away. For instance, 3 seconds. So in 3 seconds, once the game starts, oh, it's gone. It's not coming back up. And you can always do stuff like that. And if you use basically that mode right there, and also the reset time and the pop-ups and all that, you can kind of make it go up and down as much as you want. Now the start position could be down, and it could pop up in front of you if you wanted to, based on the equivalent of what we talked about above it. So there's always that too. If you want to go up to it and it starts down and then pops up, like a shooting gallery, like when you go to a real shooting gallery, you can always do that as well. And then you've got the proximity pop-up range, which is basically how close or how far you have to be before that basically pops up. And then you've got the hinge location, which could be the base, which is down there, of course. Or, this is the interesting part you might want to see, you could also make it the center. Now, why would you want it to be the center? Well, interestingly enough, watch this. See what happens? It actually goes like that. And that could be actually something you want. It just depends on what you're trying to do. And it could help, especially if you're making it in different directions. Got the Bullseye instant knockdown. This is interesting, especially if you have it basically where it takes more than 1 bullet to basically knock it down. You can actually put this on and basically if it gets a bullseye from a long distance or whatever you're shooting from, it'll instantly go down no matter how much damage it actually gets done to it. And then you've got the hop-up time. This one, as you can see, makes it go up and down. This one's kind of cool. I think it's pretty fun. And obviously you can make this go all the way up as much as you want. So of course it'll just be faster, and that's all it does. I recommend keeping that on 102. Don't go up any higher unless you really want to. But this is what I would recommend. Basically it goes up for 2 seconds, comes back down. Otherwise it's 10 seconds all the way up and down. You get what I'm saying? So it's too much. And again, guys, if you just want to be goofy, you can always make it do like this dance kind of thing. You know, just take a whole bunch of them and make it do some funny stuff. Obviously, make sure to take the ones that are animated and just start doing things like this. And you can have yourself a good old party dance if you just start doing this. Obviously, it'll look silly, but it'll totally trip out your friends. And see, I could actually put quite a few of these before memory is completely used. So you can make a whole map of these guys. Could be an army of freaking shooting gallery. Whoa, that is insanity. I say let's just throw a bunch of TNT. Bye-bye, parade. Oh, that was just amazing combos. That might not be a good idea. I'm going to teach you guys how to cheat your friends out of getting combos if you guys are really playing this for real. But anyways, guys, hopefully you did enjoy it, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That's everything you guys need to know about the shooting gallery.